Hello and welcome back to Unapologetic.
If you're new here, thanks so much for tuning into our show. And if you're coming from our last episodes, welcome back.
Okay, so actually before we get into this episode, I wanted to ask for advice. Not even advice. I guess I just want to see or hear your guys' opinion or your opinion on this, right?
Okay.
Because I feel like it's something that I've dealt with. And basically the situation is, have you ever dealt with somebody that tries to paint you as somebody that's the total opposite of who you truly are? Like they try to portray you as this person that you're the total opposite from. And I guess in my situation, right, is when it happens, it's like always things that are like, oh my gosh, like you're not humble, or oh my gosh, you've gotten a handout, like you've never worked for anything. But it's also coming from a person that didn't know me growing up.
Okay.
And so it raises like a lot of questions to me in my mind, right? It's like, one, it generally bothers me because it's like I know deep down I'm not this person, right? Like I know that I was taught to work for what I have, and I know that I am humble, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then in my mind I'm also like, okay, I have to let them think what they want. But I don't know why that's so hard for me, because it's like I know I'm not this person that you're portraying me to be.
Right. If we're talking about a totally random person, I think we have an easier time being like, okay, if that's how you think I am, then that's how you think I am. But in this context, is this a person that you're saying, like, at this point should know you and should know your character, and they're just not, like, they're not seeming to understand?
Yeah, it's somebody that should know me by now. And it's also someone that it's like, okay, I'm not gonna like just be like, okay, whatever, like it's somebody that I care about and he's like always gonna be in my life, for example. And it's so stupid, but this is how you'll see what I'm talking about. My car, right? I traded in my car for my mom car. It's a BMW. It's a very nice car. I'm grateful for my car, okay? But I'm used to the fast car, okay? Right. I love the fast cars. And sometimes I'll be like, oh my gosh, like I hate this car, da-da-da-da. But every time I say this, I'm like, you know what? I'm still so grateful that I can even have this car. Yeah. You know, I just miss what I used to have. And what I used to have is cheaper than what I have now. And this person will bring up that as an example and be like, you're not humble at all, da 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 da. And I'm like, but I am humble. Like I know, like I'm grateful that I'm able to have this. It's just sometimes I'm a human being. Like I'm allowed to say I don't like something if I don't like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's crazy. And I think, like, even as being somebody where I think I kind of fit that context too, where I know your character by now and I know who you are, if I were to hear you say something like that, I'm not going to be like, wow, you're so ungrateful. Right. Like there's so many people out there that don't have a car. Yeah. That's so dramatic, right? Like we complain about things day in and day out as humans, but at the end of the day, not all of them, but you know, there are some, and you being one of them, that know that, like, of course we know that we're grateful to be that, you know, in the spot that we're in life, you know. I don't think just because you're saying something like that means that that's the kind of person you are. And if it's somebody that should know you by now, it's like, what is it that's causing you to not like see, like at that point I feel like you have your mind made up and that's how you're always going to see me. For what reason? Like I don't know.
Yeah, see, and that's why I guess it's like I want to say so bad, right? Like I want to preach like, oh, like let them, and I want to even on the podcast, right? Like we could say like, oh, like let them think of you how they want to think of you. But it is something that's so hard for me, because it's like when I know I'm truly not this person deep down, I'm like, why are you seeing me as this person that I'm not?
And again, I think that's rightfully so when it's coming from a person that I'm sure, you know, means something to you, and you expect for you to mean something to them as well. I mean, a total random is totally something different, but if it's somebody that you care about too, it's like, I see you for who you are and like your values, your, you know, your character, like why don't you see mine?
Right. And that's why it makes me question, like, dang, like, okay, I mean, I don't know, I guess if somebody doesn't see you for who you truly are, then someone else will. Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And I guess that's what's hard for me. It's just hard for me because when you care about somebody, you know, like you want them to see you, but if they just won't, I guess, again, that goes
like
back.
How long can you keep trying to prove yourself and prove
yourself? Yes. Right. Like it's like exhausting. Like basically like it is not my job to convince you of who I am. It's only my job to be who I am. Yeah. You know, so it's like I'm not going to continue to sit here and try to prove to you that I'm this person if if you just can't see it. Then I just don't think that you're meant to be in my life as this person. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was going to say too. And it's like, at what point is it like, well, if that's how you think about me, whether it's a friendship, relationship, whatever the case may be with this person, it's like, at what point are you questioning yourself? Like, if you think of me this way, then why are you even associating with me?
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, because you have to know deep down part of
Mm-hmm.
you that that's not really who I am, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, why do you associate with me? I
Yes.
don't understand.
Yeah. I don't know. But it does like get to me still, because it just irks me, right? Because it's like
Yeah.
I'm the total opposite of this person, or like, or when they say like, oh, you've had everything handed to you, I'm like, but I guess you don't. And it's like, I've told you, right? Like,
Right.
obviously you don't know how I'm raised. You weren't
Yeah.
there. Nobody, like, I don't. I feel like that's with everybody. There's not, you're not gonna be with somebody that was there sometimes through your childhood.
Yeah.
But it's like, I've told you, like, no, like,
And
my
you
mom.
shouldn't have to be.
Right.
Mm.
You know, like, my mom was, taught me how to work for what I want from a young age. I worked since I was 16, this, that, and the third. I can go on and on.
Yeah.
So it's like, for you to say that, like, oh, everything's handed to me, like, no, I was in an unfortunate situation, and if I could get my mom back for the situation that I'm in, then I would.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, no, I don't know, for this person to like say this, I guess, like, irks my soul. And it's just, I don't know, but I guess I also can't let, like, that's also a struggle is like, when there's like somebody that you care about that's saying like these things about you, it's very easily to be like, dang, like, am I this person?
You start
Or,
questioning
yeah,
yourself.
you're like, I like
do
take
I come off this
yes,
way?
like, I take
Yeah.
a step back and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, am I like mean? Am I terrible or whatever?
Yeah.
But no, that's just how you view me. And that's honestly, like, I saw this quote actually that it had said basically like, people can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves, right? So in the beginning of the quote was, it does not matter how open, loving, or peaceful you may be, people can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. So basically, if they're miserable in their head, or if they're like unhappy with themselves, then that's how they're going to perceive you.
I was just like, that's crazy that you said that. I was just gonna say, I don't know if this is the situation with this specific person, but I feel like situations like this in general, it's almost like you're deflecting.
Yes.
Like, it's giving deflection. It's giving, that's what you see in yourself, or maybe not that specific thing what they are seeing in you, but you're seeing something in yourself that's like, you're obviously upset with, not happy with, that you feel the need to be like pointing out any little thing that might not even be true, which sounds like in this case about somebody else, to make yourself feel better, which is a whole nother story.
So I don't know, I guess I guess anyone in the situation just has to keep reminding themselves, like, okay, like, that's,
you
not
know who you are.
Yeah, like, I know who I am, I know where I came from, and oh my gosh, I know where I came from. And if you don't see me in that way, then that's not
right. Then you're not the person that I need.
Yeah,
in my life,
exactly.
Period. As a friend, whatever the case
right
may be. But
right,
at the end of the day, you know who you are better than anybody else does, and nobody could ever tell you who you are.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know, it's just so hard. But I'm sure a lot of people can relate, because like, I want to preach like, oh, just like the let them theory again, like, let them think that. But it's so hard when it's someone that you don't want to think that,
right.
And
just, some people even struggle with that with people that they don't know,
right.
They take what people that they don't even know, they take what they say to heart, so you can only imagine what it must feel like when it's coming from somebody that
care
about.
Right.
That should know you.
Yeah, that has to do with like social media, like caring about what people think. Like, it's so easy, like you said, for somebody that's a stranger, or like for like a random person or people on social media, you can easily be like, okay, like,
who cares? You can turn off the phone at the end of the day. But when it's somebody you care about, and they're face to face with you, and they're telling you these things, like you said, it's almost like, am I that way?
Yeah, you almost question yourself. You're like, wait, but I know I'm not. So it's just, I guess it's just a situation where
it's
I
like
have to
overthink moment.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, just remind yourself who you are.
Yeah, I have to just remind myself. But yeah, that was the situation. So I don't know, if you guys have advice, let me know too.
Yeah, right.
But
I've been in this situation,
right? But I know, it's like, I know better. Like, I know to remind myself, and just to kind of like ignore it. You know. It's just something that is so frustrating that it's like, I have to talk about it, because it's like,
it almost it helps too, where it's like you said, you're in that headspace sometimes where you're like, wait, am I? You start to question yourself.
Yes.
And even though you know it, at the end of the day, it also feels better, or helps a little bit, to hear it from somebody else that does know you, to get that reassurance. That's like, no, you're not like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not, don't overthink it.
Because sometimes we always need that like extra
reassurance.
Yeah, the extra reassurance. But okay, anyways, that was my little situation for the day. But we can get into the topics of today's episode, right?
I'm like, before we start the
topics,
okay. I have to tell you something.
Okay.
I've been waiting to run this by her since I saw it, which was literally only yesterday, but still. Because hopefully
You're
I can
making
say
me
this on here.
laugh.
Hopefully I can say this on here. So, you know Miss Rachel, right?
Yes.
Miss Rachel, if you guys don't know, well, you should say. I don't even really know Miss Rachel like that.
You want me to say who Miss
Yeah.
Rachel? She's well, she's also a mom, but she makes videos for babies and kids, like toddler learning videos.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what she does, and my baby loves her.
She loves her so much, you guys. It's so cute. But I thought it was so funny because something that I ran across yesterday was, did you know Miss Rachel has her nipples pierced?
You're lying. No.
And it showed in a Miss Rachel's video. And here's the thing, you guys. Nothing against people that have their nipples pierced at all. At all.
No, wait,
at all,
you're
at all.
lying. They could not
But
be
like,
true.
could you ever imagine that Miss Rachel would have
I
hers?
was right.
I knew you'd get a kick.
What?
And I also figured that she would tell me that I was lying, so I took a screenshot.
No, I need this. Guys, tears are about to
Okay,
come
wait.
down
There's
my...
a video where you could see it more,
Okay.
but like just
no,
to
it
give you
has
an
to be
idea.
AI. This
Bro.
cannot be real. This cannot be real. This has to... No, this has to be... You guys, this day and age is like, I don't believe anything because it's... People can make... No.
I'm like, Miss Rachel, confirm. Do you have nipples pierced or not? I need to know. But when I saw it, I was like, what? Miss Rachel? Okay, Miss
You said there's also a video?
Yeah,
Okay, wait.
Of that.
You have
moment.
it?
This is just a screenshot.
No.
I can find it. Wait.
No, because... No way.
I
no,
couldn't believe
that
I
has
was
to be
like,
a
what?
lie.
Look at this on this Reddit. It says, "Okay, Miss Rachel, I see how you roll."
For real though?
So she's over there doing sticky bubble gum, but she also
No.
she has some spice in her life. Good for
Are
you,
we-
Miss Rachel. Good for you.
That's a good. You know what? Hey, if that is true, you go, bro.
I'm like, just make sure you wear extra padding when you're
Bro,
recording.
that has to be-
'Cause-
I need a debunker because I swear. Husband.
You know what's crazy? I saw it on another podcast. Like I saw somebody talk about it. I think it was on the Unfiltered podcast.
Uh-huh.
And I looked it up because I was like, okay,
No
obviously
way.
I have
Yeah.
to confirm this before I talk about it on this podcast. And it said like everything that came up on Google was only as of 5 days ago. So this is like new, fresh info. So we'll see if somebody debunks it.
Debunks
But
it, yeah.
I'm like, girl, I see the pics. I see the pics.
You'd be surprised what somebody can do.
No, it's true. But I'm like, I can see it. I was
You
shocked,
can.
but now I can see it. I'm like, yeah, right? Like you get off of
I
work.
mean-
You know, those people you get off of work, right? This is actually kind of goes along with what we were just talking about. You think you know somebody at work that's like the, and I feel like maybe I was one of them, right?
Yeah.
At work where you're like the kind of like, I don't know, like more quiet,
You're like
whatever.
reserved, keep to yourself.
Professional, and then you go home and you're like, hey, you know, so I can see that.
No,
in
you
Miss
know what's so
Rachel.
funny is speaking of that is that's how I am with TikTok. Like when I make my videos with Adalea, I'm like nice and bubbly and I'm happy because I'm a mom, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because like how I am as a mom is so different than how I am by myself.
Which makes sense.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
hope that other moms or people can relate because yes, I'm like a big huge teddy bear with my daughter, but when I'm by myself, I'm like don't cross me, don't talk to me.
Right. It changes.
I'm
up
like
real
don't
quick.
get me wrong, a persona.
It's like
can-
that persona is like in you a little bit.
Yeah.
It's part of you for sure, but then like it's not the full you.
Yeah,
It's not
you
the
know?
full you. So
Yeah.
I think that's what Miss Rachel has going on.
Okay, moving on to get into this week's topics. Wait, do you want to say them or do you want me to say them?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I don't know which one we want to do first, but we want to talk about does body count matter, right?
Mhm.
And then sleeping together on the first date.
Another juicy round of topics for sure. I feel like these are two. I know we said this last time too, but I feel like these are two like really
pretty- yeah.
controversial because people have so many different opinions
On
and
this?
I'm so curious to hear yours.
Okay. What do you want to start with?
Let's do should body count
Matter. Okay.
Yes. First of all, before we talk about in general, does body count matter to you?
Okay, honestly, no. Okay, wait. Before I even say no, okay, this is actually hard. I feel like I can't just say yes and no because, okay, you know what? This is a good example. I don't think body count matters. It's just that if you've been with the whole city, no, I don't want to touch you.
Exactly. Like body count doesn't matter. I have the exact same answer, but if we're talking 300s, get out.
Please don't talk to me. Like if I
right.
know this person have slept with you, you think no.
Like,
You
you're like,
know?
oh, me too, girl.
Yeah, no. See that's where it's like, yeah, no, I don't think the exact number matters. I just like if I know a certain amount of people that have been with you, then yeah, that does
Right.
like
It's
bother
like,
me. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like body count, even the term body count is so like middle school, high school, given, you know, like that's when it really mattered per se. But like in general, I feel like I definitely understand when people start dating why they would ask like that person that they're starting to date, like, what is your body count? Like, I guess I get it. I think it's different for every single person, right? Some people care and some people don't. So I get like the curiosity from some people, but I also feel like it's childish at the same time.
I
like
do
to
too.
judge somebody
Off of that.
Again, unless it's 300.
Right. No, I do too. But honestly, one thing that really bothers me about this topic is the double standard.
Oh my God. I can't believe you just said that. I swear I had that written down. The double standard is crazy.
No, it bothers me so bad because how come I don't care, but then you're sitting here. You know what? I honestly cannot, and honestly, I think it's a mature thing. I don't know, because I really think it's a maturity thing because there's men that I've met that are like, honestly, like, no, it doesn't matter who you've been with before. Yeah. Obviously, as long as it's not the whole city again.
Right.
But then there's men that's like, above 10, goodbye. And I'm like, what?
What's yours?
Right.
What's yours?
I'm like, okay, like, I'm like, wait, but how many people have you been with?
I just don't get it. Like, for me too, it's like, we're focusing, or once you start seeing somebody, you should start focusing on what you have with that person and there on out, right? Yes. You shouldn't start to go backwards like, oh, what you did in your past. I also think it depends on like how your body count got to that number, right? If it's because you were in a relationship but you were cheating left and right and adding, obviously that's a problem. If you were single for a while and you were doing you and you slept with, you know, I don't know, a good amount of people, that's on you, right? That wasn't when I was with you, so that's none of my business, I feel like. But it's funny that you brought up double standard because when I was looking into this topic, I seen this really interesting take from a man, right? It's just to make this clear, I think the double standard is definitely between men and women. Yes. You know, women usually say that they don't care about body count. I'm sure for the same reasons that we just said, but it's usually a man that's like, ew, no, like, well, you know, I don't want a girl that's been, you know, touched, blah, blah, you know, whatever. So a take that I seen from a guy is he was basically saying that men care about body count more than women do, because that's how they value women, right? Okay. So they're like, if a woman has been with too many men, then she loses her value, type of thing. And he says that it's fair for men to think that way because in the same context, women look at men like that, but instead of body count, it's with money, right? So usually women want a man that's going to be financially stable, you know, has a good job, a good career, somebody that's going to take care of her. And so what are your thoughts? Do you think that's a fair comparison?
No, because I don't think, like, if I were to look at a man and say he's just starting out or he's starting to do so, I don't think that, like, if I look at a man and I, like, genuinely like him for him and he doesn't have much to his name, I don't think that devalues him. Right. I don't think that takes away from who he is as a person.
Exactly.
And I don't think that should devalue a woman. Do you know what I'm saying? Because also within that concept that you just said, there's also, like, a different, and I'm probably not going to say it right, but there's also this concept or theory, whatever you want to call it, that they say they refer to it as keys. Like, we can't let every key fit. I don't know. But, right? But I'm like, what? Like, when we get to a certain age, like, I just feel like you have to be more mature than that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Let it go. Yeah. Let it go, and you either want to build with this person or you don't. And I think it's funny too because in his comparison he was saying like, oh, like, you know, if a girl worked at McDonald's, we don't care, well, you know, we'll still be with that girl. And I'm like, why? Like, who are you to say that's any different from a girl's perspective? Yeah, you know, a girl can definitely date a guy that's working at McDonald's too. We can look at, you know, the same way that they look at women is the same way that, you know, some women look at men. But for you to say that, like, that's losing or affecting a woman's value because she's been with, you know, more partners than you have, I think that's just so...
No, I disagree.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, right? I disagree. I feel like that level of maturity is way too low for, you know what I'm saying? Like, then you need to, good luck. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because, right. No, for real. Because yeah, that doesn't, and maybe they've dealt with a woman like that, but then maybe you
Right.
haven't also dealt with a mature woman, because
Exactly.
a mature woman isn't
Exactly.
going to say, oh, you work at McDonald's, goodbye. Like, no, he can work at McDonald's, but if as long as he's working to do something for his future, then
If
that's
everything else matches, what,
yes,
what do I care,
yeah.
right?
You know, that's actually so crazy. I just feel like if you're a man and you feel that way, then maybe you just shouldn't. Maybe you're either not ready for a relationship, or maybe you should check the facts. I don't know before you get, if
Right.
that bothers you that much. I just
Yeah.
think that's a little bit strange to me.
Just grow up a little bit. And I feel like it's the same thing as we're saying, right? If it's like a woman in a man's perspective that has been with the whole city, then of course, right? Like,
Right.
of course that's different.
It's like, I just don't want everyone in the world to be like, oh yeah, I've been with her man.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Like, oh, me too.
Right?
Oh, you're with him? Me too. Or I have, I've had him too.
But I guess, right, there's like, but then again, there's like those quotes out there, right, that I always see. I think I even have one saved in my phone from like years ago. And it's like a man and a woman that just got married or something. And there's like a woman walking by on the other side. And they're like, well, I was with him too, or something. But the quote's like, yeah, but
Oh, but like
he's
I'm
with
the one
me.
married.
Like, he's married.
Wait, yeah, I think I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like I've talked to him before too. And
Yes.
it's like, well, you should have kept him or something like that. Because like now I'm with him.
Yeah, like,
Something.
well, now they're married. That's what I'm saying. I don't, okay, see, that's a different, that goes into saying, like, I don't understand that. Like, okay, so I don't know, because then it's like, yeah, he's been with this and this person, but yeah, he wants to be with you. So really, that doesn't matter that he's been with this and this person.
It depends on the person too, though, right?
Yeah.
It's like if it's a guy that's like worth like hearing all
Yes.
the, oh, I've been with him too, but like
Okay.
you can tell, and like you've been
Yeah.
through, whatever you've been through with him, to be able to tell that he's actually like serious about
Yeah.
you now, though, then that's different. But if it's
See,
just
I
like
agree.
he's like, oh, haha.
Yeah,
No.
like playing too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
then it's like,
no.
okay, I'm not doing this.
Like,
But yeah, see, so it's like, I guess, I mean, again, I can't be like every single female in the city, but obviously if there's like a handful that's like, oh, I've been with him, okay, but he wants to be with me.
Right.
So, like,
now I've changed his life.
okay, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just fun. That's another topic that I'll never understand, is like those like side women or whatever you want to call them that are like, well, like, he's been with me, so
You're like, well, who's he with now?
right. I'm like, well, who's he marrying?
Right.
So
Right.
you know
Who's
what I'm
got the
saying?
ring?
Right.
See, but then I guess it's so situational, though, right?
Mhm.
Because it's like, also, though, just because he, you're the one that he chose, which I guess goes back to what we just said. Like, it depends on that man, because there are men out there, though, that, pick the girl, the main girl, I
Mhm.
guess we can say, to wife and get a ring for, start a family, whatever. And then they still go out and do,
yeah, yes.
So it's like, what does it really mean?
Yeah,
it
I
depends.
know.
It depends.
It depends on the man, for real. I mean, honestly. But okay, do we want to head into the next topic?
Yes.
Okay, which is sleeping together on the first. That can also be a double standard, honestly.
For sure. No, it is.
Sleeping together on the
100%.
first date, right?
100%. And I feel like, again, that one is just so tricky because it's so situational, right? It's like some people, you hear of people sleeping together on the first date and end up getting married, and you hear sleeping together on the first date and they never speak after that again.
Yeah.
So it's like,
See, but I think it all comes, like, you can't judge. And especially, okay, first of all, honestly, wait, back into the body count thing, actually, because I just thought of this. Most people, one, are gonna lie about their body count.
Yeah.
They're not gonna tell you their real body count.
Right,
So a girl can be telling you like, oh yeah, my body count is 3.
and you're like, oh my God, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
She still's value.
And then it's like 25. And then another girl can be telling you, oh, it's actually 10. And yet you're like, oh, don't talk to me. But yet the girl that's telling you it's 3. You know what I'm saying?
No, exactly.
So it's like, keep in mind, you're never going to actually know. And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah. That's like sleeping together on the first date too, though. Like if you... I mean, I feel like it's up to the people. Like, if that ends up being your soulmate, that ends up being your soulmate.
Exactly. And I'm also like, I mean, I know not everybody in this situation, but we're all adults here, right? I mean,
Yes.
you guys can decide if you want to sleep together on the first date or you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I can understand in some contexts for some people, everybody's different, right? Where maybe if somebody sleeps together on the first date, which again, yes, like we said, is a double standard, right? Because it's usually always like we're so worried about the men, right? We're so worried, oh, the men might think less of me. Oh, I'm like, how about the women out there? Like, what if I think less of you
Right.
because you slept with me on the first date?
Like, oh, they may think I'm so easy.
Yeah.
Like, no,
What
you
if
were
the
too.
man's easy?
Right.
Like, why? I don't get that. I seriously don't understand
Yeah.
why easy when we think easy. I think all of us, it's safe to say, think of women, right? But why
Yes.
is that?
I don't
Why
know.
is
Like,
that?
see, that's where the double standard comes into play, right? And I honestly, that double standard all depends on the person and how they think, right? Because I don't think it's ever going to be changed. I literally think it's just, if you find somebody that doesn't think that way, great, because thinking that way is just so bizarre to me, right?
Childish.
Yeah. Because if you do the same thing, like, no, I shouldn't be taken or looked at any less, and you do the same thing.
Exactly.
No.
And I also feel like if he or she in that situation really likes you, like actually genuinely likes you, it doesn't matter when you sleep with them, because they're going to, you know, continue to be with you regardless if they actually have those feelings for you or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, or continue to try to build something with you. I feel like if you feel safe to do so, then do it. If it feels natural, if it feels right, then do it.
I agree. Like who
made up these rules? Why do we go by these rules? I don't understand. Like, there's only one way to do it.
Or what you see in movies, or women that are like, I have to wait till the third day.
Right.
No, what?
Like, what is the magic number? I mean, what is going to really be the difference?
Right.
And then people are like, oh, well, but then you don't want to make him wait too long because then he's going to get bored. I'm like, what if you get bored? I'm so tired of it. Like, I seriously am so tired of it. It can go each and every way. On that topic too, I actually coincidentally the other day saw a video on Instagram of a guy. He made a video regarding this topic, and he actually said that he thinks relationships, or I guess two people, I don't know if they're in a relationship technically yet, right? But relationships that sleep together on the first date last longer than the ones that don't.
Really?
Do you think so? Do you think there's any truth to that?
I don't know. There may be, because it's like, obviously there was a strong enough connection for you guys to go back home, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then again, it can depend too how that night goes. Like,
Yeah.
you can go back home and you're like, what in the heck
like,
did I just do?
why did I do
Yes.
that?
And
Ew.
totally regret it. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it's all based on like how it went, because yeah, I can see it lasting for forever.
Me too,
You know?
right?
Yeah, I just don't, like, who cares? Honestly, I just can't stand somebody that's so immature, like somebody that's mind is not mature enough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because then they think all these certain ways, and they have this very childish mindset of, I don't even know what you call these, I mean, I don't know, standards, I guess you can call them.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, I don't want to talk to you.
Right.
Because,
like, again,
yeah.
grow up. I feel like the only way there's ever a problem with sleeping with somebody on the first date is if you're already going into the date knowing that you're never going to take this serious.
Yeah, like if you don't plan, like if you're not dating to marry or whatever
Exactly.
it is. Yeah.
Exactly. Because I think that goes into the topic too of having, like, you know, sexual relations is something deeper. Like, intimacy is deeper. It's something you should take serious. It's not something that you should, you know, give to any and everybody. Then I feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like in that case, then that's where it gets a little iffy, where it's like, unless the other person knows, right? If you and the person are like in agreement,
no, I'm not, I don't want to date,
like,
or
this
whatever.
is what it is. It's just casual, like, hookup at that point, then okay. But if the other person is thinking like, oh my God, they have all these feelings, and then you're taking advantage of those feelings by being like, oh, I know they like me like that, I can, you know, get some from that person, then I think it's a problem.
No, that is messed up. But then I feel like situations like that always go left too, because one person, usually the girl, is like, starts to catch feelings, you know what I'm saying? But see, that's another double standard, is there are men out there that literally don't want to date anybody. They just want that for that. But those same men judge women for certain things.
Yes. For acting the same way.
Yes.
Acting the same way. Which actually leads right back into body count, right?
Yes.
Because it's like, you have your high body count because you don't ever want to take any women serious. But if a woman's body count is high because she didn't want to take men serious, it's, oh, has no value.
Right. Right. Yeah, no.
I don't get it.
That doesn't make any sense to me, and that's just childish, to be honest.
We're like, down in the comments, leave your body count. Just kidding.
Nobody freaking will, dude. That I'm telling you, like, why do men think that women are telling the truth? Like, if I promise you, the woman, I mean, I don't know, like I tell the truth about everything, right? But I promise you, there's a lot of women out there that will not tell you the real body count.
Right.
So for you, you're a fool. Like,
and like for the women too out there that are like, no, I will not sleep with, because I feel like you do find it in most women that don't care more than guys, but there were some women when I was looking that were like, absolutely not, of course it matters. And it's like, how do you know that they're not lying?
Right. Like, you think that he's gonna tell you the truth too? I mean, come on. Right. I mean, I always say, like, the truth comes out eventually, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think that you may just never know on that topic.
And by the time you do find out, if you find out,
too late.
You already slept with them.
Right, way too late. Can't take that back.
Move on. Just move on.
No, that has to be the worst. Like, when you think somebody is somebody that they're not. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Some people are in the wrong profession. Some people need to be actors and actresses out there, seriously.
And some people like us needs to be FBI investigators.
No, right. No, right.
No, I swear, I can find anything that I'm looking for. I promise you, I will find.
And then some.
Yes.
And then some.
And I will probably find something that I didn't even want to find.
Yeah, some stuff that you weren't looking for, now you're even.
But see, I don't like the mindset of oh, but if you go looking, you're always going to find something. But okay, what do you think I'm looking for? Like, I'm looking to find something, and I don't want to look stupid.
And I also don't agree with that too, where it's like, oh, if you go looking, you're going to find something. Why?
Right.
Why?
Thank you. Yes. Why is there? Yeah, I shouldn't.
Like, I shouldn't,
yes,
right? Because it's like, oh, like, I feel like the people that are hiding something always want, well, of course you're looking, you're going to find something. Why?
No. See, I agree with that too. No, loyalty is, like, I swear, one of the easiest things to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been so big on loyalty. So when that doesn't, like, not make sense to me, and no, I would rather look and find nothing than, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to look stupid.
I'm gonna look through every single file. I better not find anything.
Like, I just don't get that. Or like the nonchalant people that are just like, oh, I'm not looking at this or that, or
what's. Well, see, but then I was going to say what's in the past is in the past, but then that's hypocritical of what we said, right? No, actually, that goes in line with what we were saying. Wait, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, what?
Because we were going to say what's in the past is in the past, right? That's what we said as far as, like, the body count thing. But here, we're looking in the past.
No, okay, but see, that's the thing. I'm looking for something that is, like, current.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if it's in the past, that's different. Like, what's in the past is, like, left in the past. But if you're bringing something from the past, or you're currently doing something, like, no, that's different.
It's like when it's in the past and you find it, only you can be mad to yourself.
Yes.
Can't
see, that's the case. Yeah. It's like that's something that happened, like, wait, like, when you
that's like when you go fight, like, looking, I don't know, like, through somebody's something that you weren't supposed to be, and you find something and you're like, damn, now I can't say anything.
I know. Because, dude, if it's something big, I'm like, no,
I don't care.
I'm gonna say something, because it's like, dude, I call people out. I just made a TikTok about this. I call people out on everything. I don't care who you are, like, what kind of relationship we have, even if I don't know you, even if you're someone that I shouldn't be taught, I will call you out.
Because it's also like, if I don't say it, you know, like, I feel like, oh, like, I found it in a way that they're not supposed to know, now I can't say it, you're still gonna know something's wrong, because I'm gonna be bothered. You know, I'm not gonna be like, oh, anyways, I can't move on.
I will speak my mind. But that goes for anything, because I'm just not afraid to say anything.
Unapologetic.
Right. I promise you, I'm very unapologetic.
Live and breathe that brand, for sure.
So that was the topics for the day. We always like talking about the controversial stuff. But okay, I have exciting news, which is not really big or anything, but it's just something I'm proud of.
I've been waiting to hear about this.
I know. Because I almost said it before we filmed. You're gonna laugh.
What? I'm so curious.
I made it to my championship quarterfinal in my fantasy football. Guys, last year I sucked. My team sucked, okay? But this year I'm doing so good.
Oh my god. I'm like, yeah!
I'm like, dude, it's so funny, but I'm so proud of myself.
When I tell you guys, I thought she was gonna say, I don't even know, like,
Won the
completed
lottery.
a certification of a course or some shit. Okay. Who are you playing with?
No, I play with like my dad manages the fantasy football team, but I'm honestly against for this championship quarterfinal like this week. I'm against my brother, my oldest brother, because he made it too. But I think I'm gonna win because he had Purdy this week and Purdy did not do good. Which the 49ers are my team, but he got 4 points because we just did not do good.
Not the 4 points.
I know, but I don't know. So I don't know. I mean, I've made it this far, but I don't think I'm gonna win, to be so honest.
That is hilarious.
I know. No, I was so proud because last year I did so. No, I didn't do bad last year. I did pretty good.
Who won last year?
My little brother. Dude, he like reads into it. Like,
wait, so if you win, do you get anything?
Money.
Oh, you do get
Yeah,
money?
because everyone puts in
At the beginning, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
and you get. I think the total's like for ours. I mean, everyone's different. Like you agree as a league, but I think the total for ours is like $350 or something. $350. Yeah,
okay.
I know, but we'll see.
No, I remember my dad asked me this year. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's for fantasy football, and he was like, "Oh, do you want to join the league?" And I was like, "Be so for real." I was like, you know damn well I don't know. And he was like, no, you literally don't have to know, though, because it's funny, my other two little sisters that also don't know, I mean, I think one of them watches a little bit more than the rest of us, but they've been playing,
They
and
do?
even my sister, she'll be like, oh my god, I'm winning right now, and I'm like, how? And she's like, I don't know, but I am. And I'm like,
No, I try to like cause my brothers and my dad, oh my gosh, like they take it seriously. So I try to do my like little research before the draft, and I try to like pick my good players. And this year too, I had the first draft pick, which some people hate, some people love, because when you have the first draft pick, it goes backwards. So then you don't have it until like, you know what I'm saying? Then
you have to go through the line of people again.
Yes.
I
So I did all right, but
like,
yeah,
it worked in your favor.
I know I did okay, but we'll see. I mean, honestly, my first draft pick was McCaffrey, and he's injured, so it doesn't even. But I watch football and I pay attention. So
You're so funny. That is not the news I was expecting, but I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
After your good news, I
Okay.
have a fun game for us to play.
Okay.
So this game is something cute, easy, simple, right?
Okay.
Not doing
We're all like,
too-
right.
I know. We're actually in fantasy football league now. But just because, you know, as we're starting to grow Unapologetic, you know, we're getting more subscribers, more followers, and you know, I just want to make sure that they continue to know us and what we like and see what they like. I don't know.
Okay.
So this game is actually inspired by none other than Chris and Kylie Jenner. I just saw them post this. But
Okay.
I mean, they didn't invent it or anything. They actually just did it. But this game is called This or That.
Okay.
So I'm going to give us two different prompts, and we're going to pick which one out of the two and why. Okay?
Okay.
So this or that, beach vacay or sightseeing vacay?
Oh gosh. Oh wait, I don't know why I have to think, but it's low key hard. No, I think beach.
It's so funny because every time we've gone on a vacation, which, well, no, now we have gone on a beach one, but one time we went on our first big vacation and it was to Europe, and we did London, Paris, and Rome, and we loved it. Don't get us wrong, right? We don't want to sound ungrateful or anything. It was
I'm grateful.
I'm like, you're so ungrateful. I was like, no, it was such a fun experience.
No, it was. But dang, dude, I don't want to wake up at 7 a.m. to go on some tour.
No, and then the thing is, like, you get there and it's not underwhelming, but it's like you get there, you take a couple of pictures, and you're like, okay, now it's nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the whole time we were there, we were like, why did we not go to a beach?
Yeah.
Like, what is with this?
Because, okay, like, I do love seeing certain stuff.
No, it's
okay,
cool.
yes. And maybe like one day out of the trip I'll wake up and get some good pictures. But okay, on a vacation in a different country, no, I don't want to be waking up at 8 at the crack of dawn to go look at the freaking Eiffel Tower, which I loved it.
No, it was great.
Okay, but I don't want to wake up.
But that was probably like the best part.
Yes.
The other ones, you know, that one we spent probably like
the
an
most time.
hour there
Yeah,
or something,
yes.
whatever. The other ones, you need 5 minutes, right? So we were catching like 17 Ubers at a time, and it was just a lot.
Which, by the way, they drive insane in Europe.
Insane.
The roundabouts or whatever they're called, like there's no
They
stopping.
have no stop signs, no lights, no.
Bro, and then you know what's funny is when we were on the way to one of the excursions, this one fell asleep. I'm like, okay, I need to stay up because we're about to get taken.
No, I remember one of the times we were getting picked up from the airport. Do you remember that video? I don't know if we have the video. Maybe we'll cue
like,
it in.
No,
they were driving 95 miles per hour
at night. That was in Rome. Yes.
Bro,
and I think we were like filming the window. We were like,
no, we were. That's why I'm like, if we have that video, maybe cue it in.
No, but you have to answer. No, I think, okay, but this is my thing about beach is I'm not going to lie. I don't be liking the sand.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But I feel like it's more relaxation.
Yes, I agree.
Thing. We also have been to the Maldives, which was like a beachy,
yes.
Obviously.
See, but then we got tired of that.
We did, but I feel like it was for the wrong reason.
No, okay, let me tell you, which I would go back. At that time, and for a long time, I was like, I will never go back because it did take like 27 hours, I think, to get there.
The travel time was...
Yeah, insane. But I would go back with like all of us or something. You know what I'm saying? I think that like unless there was some type of... Because there wasn't like some type of excursion or like jet skis or something, we were just like, okay, like, because there wasn't
just island.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was just where we are, or I don't know if that's meant to just be like a honeymoon thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But I still think with a group, one, it would have been more fun.
Yeah.
And two, maybe there's different resorts that do have like jet skis or like excursions. Yeah, because literally there was nothing but a bar, I think, and
like
even
you just
that,
wake up and you eat
and go in the water, you know, which it's beautiful. Like I kid you not, like it's a sight to see, and you're literally in the middle of the ocean, which is crazy. But yeah, we'd have to like plan it differently next time. Yeah, because you can only do that. Like we were there for a minute because obviously it took a long time to get there. Yeah, but we were there for so long that we bought flights to come back early.
We are not helping our case right now. Like, which we just like to be home. Apparently,
we get homesick. It's like, you know.
We
but see, I want to know if that'd be different if like Josiah was with you, or like, you know what I'm saying?
I want to know too. See, but that's what I was gonna ask you. Do you think if it was a group trip to the Maldives, you would have picked that over Paris, London, Rome?
See,
like I don't know.
I don't know
they
either.
Both seem fun, but we had a lot of fun in Europe too.
See, we did. I loved Europe. I would for sure.
There was more to do. Yes, though. There was more that we could.
There's so much to see. Like it's so cool in Europe.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, but then again, like maybe not the Maldives, but well, I don't know. Like Bali. Like oh my gosh, doing a group trip to Bali or to Thailand, like so freaking fun, right?
Thailand would be really fun.
Yeah. What do you pick?
I feel like I would still pick beach only because, though, one of my favorite vacations ever was when I went...
The cruise?
Yes, on the cruise to the Bahamas. And after that, I was like, oh my God, I love beach vacations. But when we're talking about in our situation, I really don't know.
Yeah.
We need to do it.
Yeah, I know. We need to, and we need to all go. Yes. Because, but I generally feel like if we all went, we would have like the time of our lives.
For sure. There's no way we wouldn't.
Yeah.
There's no way we wouldn't. Okay, next one. Dark nails or neutrals?
Okay, so this is my problem with this is I love the dark colors. I do. I really do. I want to say dark, but then I do love like the light pinks and the French tips. Yes. So I don't know. Like if I were to choose,
what do you think you get like more of?
I haven't got my nails done in so long. See, when I would get my nails done, they would always be colorful. So I don't know what that's considered. I don't think it'd be dark.
Yeah. It was like more light neutral.
Yeah, but I do love a good like black occasionally. I think that's very sleek and stuff. Yeah. But I think I don't know, maybe light because I love colors, you know?
Yeah.
Does that count? What do you think?
Same. Right. I actually don't like dark colors really. No, I hate them on me. Okay. I don't know why. But like I do love an occasional like during Thanksgiving when you do like the fall colors or you know.
See, I really do love dark. I do on me and on my skin tone because I feel like I've always felt like light colors, even just like clothes wise, washes me out because I'm already super pale. So I feel like I try not to be, right? Like I try to tan to get my natural color out. But not like fake tan, like in the sun. but but I just feel like light washes me out so bad. Like even with this hair, like
Really?
yeah, when it fades, I feel like
and
I'm
it becomes
like
lighter.
So
I
that's
see.
really hard, but maybe I'll just go with light.
Light. So
Yeah.
neutrals. We're
Yeah.
both team neutral.
Okay.
Okay. Cocktail or wine?
Cocktail.
I'm going cocktail.
Yeah.
Too. I
You
don't like
can-
wine.
You don't?
No.
You don't like the Stella Rosa?
Mm-mm.
That wine is, you know why? Because that's like a fake wine. Like that's not like a real wine, you
and
know?
I still don't like it.
Because I don't like real wine.
And I try. You know, it's funny. I try. Like with the Stella Rosas, I try to
You
pretend.
did?
I'm like, no,
And you don't
I
like
can't.
it?
I can't. Like I can force myself, but I'll never pick it.
See, I like it because that to me tastes good and it's like sparkling.
Yeah.
Versus real wine. First of all, real wine, I don't know how you can just
Nasty.
do it. It's gross. Like,
But
I
then
don't
people
know.
always talk about like the wine drunk. You know, love to experience it, but I can't. I just
Not
don't
me.
like it.
I'll be tequila drunk and truly drunk and all
Right.
these other drunks.
Any other drunk, not that.
Yeah,
drunk.
no. I know.
Go out or stay in.
Okay, see that's situational. But if it was like a circle thing and I had a circle one, I would click stay in. But I would love a good night out with all of my friends.
That's the thing,
Yeah.
right? It's like when I do go out, it's always fun, but
Yes.
I'm always gonna pick stay in.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna take some
Yeah.
convincing.
Yeah.
Start early or work late. So I
Start
think this
early.
could also, yeah, okay, I say start early too, but
Mhm.
I think this can also translate into like early bird or night owl.
See, I'm not a morning person, but I loved the 7 to 3 shift because when I
Yeah,
worked, that
right?
was my shift.
Get it over with.
And oh my gosh, if I ever had a night shift, I would, which I never
Horrible.
did, thank gosh, right? But I think I had it like twice when someone asked me for a favor, I would switch them.
Yeah.
It was terrible. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it was terrible.
Like your whole day is
It's
gone.
gone.
I used to close when I worked in retail. I used to close
Mhm.
like almost every single day,
Mhm.
and it was 1 to 10
That
is a
yeah,
horrible schedule.
yeah. I think
Horrible
ours
schedule.
was 2 to 11 or
11.
something. Yeah,
Oh my God,
yeah. No,
horrible.
but I love, and that's why I say like even though I don't do a 9 to 5 right now, I really want to like get my day started early, dude. But
Yeah, I'm always picking starting early
Yeah.
over doing it late.
Yeah.
'Cause I just something about like
it's
feeling like
wasting your
whole
day.
is
It's gone. Yeah,
Yes.
it's just hard right now because without Aaliyah, and if she sleeps, then I'm like, let me sleep. Do you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So that's why
You
it's hard.
gotta pick and choose your
Yes.
battles.
Yes.
Movie or binge TV show?
Oh, that's hard.
I feel like this is hard for me too. I really don't know. I love movies,
I
but
do
I love
too.
to
Just
binge
a
TV
show.
shows that are good. I think I might.
I may see. I was gonna say shows, but then
I think I have to go movie.
me too,
Right?
Because you can only do a show so many times,
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? And there's not a lot of really good shows.
And then like a movie, like I know people make like more than one movie and sometimes they ruin it like by creating a second
Mhm.
or third. But like at least you always have that first one. Whereas like I don't know, I feel like the show like you can ruin it towards the end or
Yes,
something.
yeah.
You know?
No, I love movies because there's yeah,
Yeah.
I love movies.
Christmas or Halloween?
Christmas,
Christmas all day.
Oh, yeah.
I love Halloween, but
I do too.
come on.
But Christmas is like a feeling that is just you can't replace.
Lashes or nails?
Lashes.
Lashes every
Oh,
time.
yeah.
I'm gonna have
I don't have my nails right
the
now.
man hands before I'm gonna have
Me.
the mole rat.
No, literally.
Movie theater or Netflix?
Ooh, see, I love a good like movie date in the movie theater.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
And I haven't been in so long that right now I'll probably choose movie theater.
Yeah.
But no,
I feel like I'm
I
choosing
love
movie theater too.
You do?
Well, okay, I say movie theater for like
Popcorn?
new movies,
Oh,
right?
I'm like popcorn.
No, the popcorn.
Like snacks.
Icy? The icy? No, I don't know. Movie theater for like stuff that's like coming out. Like I want to see the movie for the first time in the theater,
theaters.
but like Netflix, I'll watch at home.
Yeah, that's hard though because I do love watching it at home.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Undecided.
I don't know.
No, you have to pick one.
Okay, I'll choose movie theaters.
Movie theater.
I
The
don't
popcorn. Did the
know.
popcorn do it for you?
It's the popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instagram or TikTok?
TikTok.
We were just talking about this
Yeah.
off camera.
I love TikTok.
Yeah, it's like
It's
TikTok
so
will never do you
fun.
wrong.
TikTok, I feel like it's a private story. I can just go on and talk about anything. I don't know why I feel that way.
And it's just entertaining. It's more
Yeah.
entertaining than Instagram.
Is it because people don't care? But on Instagram, for whatever reason, people want to have their pages a certain way. And I'm like,
standards.
why?
Right. It's annoying.
Anyways.
Because then it feels like you can never do nothing. It has to be the most
Yes.
perfect picture, video,
Yes.
whatever it is.
I hate it. But do you choose TikTok too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%. Summer or winter?
Summer.
Dude,
I don't like the winter.
Summer. I hate the cold.
Dude, I do too. This is the thing. I love Christmas and stuff, but I hate the cold.
Right. No.
I could never live somewhere where it snows. And that's why, like,
See?
I've been talking about the snow trip, which I do want to do, but I just know for a fact I'm going to be like, okay, today's was cool. Like, that's it.
I just don't understand, like, when I see people post and they're just, like, cool, hanging out. I'm like, if I'm there, I'm going to be like,
no,
yeah.
But what I really want us to all do is try to, like, snowboard or ski.
Dude,
because it's going to be
scared.
funny.
No,
dude, we have to try.
I'll sled.
No, we have to
sled,
try. It would be funny. I have to send you this TikTok. It's just so funny. But no, I hate the winter. Hate it.
Horrible. Even the winter here, everybody's like, oh, it's the desert, it's Vegas. No, it gets cold.
No, deserts get
Colder,
extremely
right?
cold and extremely hot.
I'm like, it was like 28 degrees the other day.
Yeah, no.
Horrible.
But, and that's the thing too, is like people are like, oh, the Vegas heat. No, I love the heat. Bring it on. I will sit in the car.
No, right.
Like,
and bake.
No, I will too. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
LA or Paris? Paris, right? I mean,
I love Paris.
Like, I get it because it's LA, but if you have the opportunity, you're gonna pick Paris.
I'm not. Gosh.
I had one more. Oh, dress down or dress up?
Okay, that's also hard because I do love getting dressed and putting on my makeup.
Yes,
but every day I don't do that.
It's like too much work for it to be an everyday thing. But
I don't know.
It's so fun.
That's what I'm saying. I love getting dressed, and one thing about me, I love taking my pictures. I love taking my TikToks.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. Like, I want to choose. I think I want to choose getting dressed because I like the feeling when I'm fully dressed.
Yeah. Right. I think it's okay to pick dress up, but then like you're obviously not going to dress up every
single day. Yeah.
I'm picking dress up too.
Yeah.
Well, that concludes our game of this or that. Hopefully you guys got to know us a little bit more.
Wait, there was a Christmas one. Maybe I can find it and we can choose because I was about to do it.
No, you should say that for our Christmas episode.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Speaking of which, our next episode is going to be released on Christmas.
That's so exciting.
I'm so excited for it.
I know, I am too. Okay, well, that concludes our episode for the day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching.
Don't forget to leave your guys' comments down below on what your guys' thoughts on our controversial topics were today. Does body count matter? And are you sleeping with somebody on the first date? Also, if you guys have any suggestions, comments, questions, teas, dilemmas, whatever you might have, don't forget to send us an email. Seriously, let us know because I know you guys have some thoughts cooking. So
and we'll talk about literally anything.
Yes.
Okay.
Or if you guys have any ideas for like
funny, okay. Bro, this is us. Oh. On a regular basis. I just got a little hot, so I had to make sure.
No, it is hot in here,
bro. Because you ever see a video and you're like, dang, I wonder if they know they're sweating.
Yes, when like there's like the actual mark, bro. That would be my 13th
nightmare. 13th reason.
We'll see. Oh yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on what segment we should do next, similar to this or that, let us know down in the comments or send us an email.
Yeah. So again, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next episode.
Follow our socials.
Bye.